Hey there, welcome to our educational video on the Bill of Rights. If you have an interest in the United States Constitution, then you're in the right place. Today, we'll be diving into the first 10 amendments of the U.S. Constitution and discussing their significance. The Bill of Rights was added to the Constitution in 1791 with the intention of protecting individual liberties and preventing abuses of power by the government. These amendments were a response to concerns about the centralization of power in the federal government and the fear that it could become tyrannical. The First Amendment, for instance, guarantees freedom of speech, religion, assembly, and the press. This amendment is seen as a cornerstone of American democracy, as it allows citizens to express themselves freely without fear of government retaliation. Other amendments in the Bill of Rights protect citizens' rights to bear arms, to a fair trial, and to protection from unreasonable searches and seizures. Understanding the Bill of Rights is an important step in understanding American history and government, and we're excited to share this information with you today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our educational video on the Bill of Rights. We'll start with the First Amendment.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
The First Amendment guarantees freedom of speech, religion, the press, and peaceful assembly. This means that you have the right to express your thoughts and beliefs, practice any religion, and gather with others to protest peacefully. These freedoms are essential to a functioning democracy, as they allow individuals to express their opinions and hold those in power accountable. However, it's important to remember that these rights also come with responsibilities. We should use our freedom of speech to engage in constructive dialogue and debate, rather than to spread hate or incite violence. We should also respect the rights of others to express their own opinions, even if we disagree with them. By upholding these values, we can ensure that our democracy remains strong and that all voices are heard. Next up is the Second Amendment.
A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed.
Now let's dig a bit deeper into the Second Amendment, which guarantees the right to bear arms. This concept is rooted in the belief that self-preservation is a fundamental natural right. The idea goes like this. Self-preservation is the most basic and fundamental natural right any individual possesses. The first law of nature is that of self-defense. The law of this state and elsewhere recognizes this primary impulse and inherent right. So, what does this mean in everyday terms? In real life, the right to bear arms is like choosing the tools you need to protect yourself, your loved ones, and your property. The Second Amendment allows individuals to make choices about their own safety. Now let's break down this idea of self-defense. The first law of nature is that of self-defense. Think of it as the instinct that kicks in when you perceive a threat. It's that fight-or-flight response. The Second Amendment recognizes and protects this instinct, acknowledging that individuals have the inherent right to defend themselves. The ability to have a means of self-defense, whether it's pepper spray, a personal alarm, or yes, in some cases, a firearm, empowers you to take charge of your safety. It's about having the tools to level the playing field when faced with a potential threat. So, the Second Amendment isn't just about guns. It's about empowerment and personal responsibility. It's a recognition that individuals have the right to be active participants in their own safety and well-being. Of course, discussions around the Second Amendment often involve balancing individual rights with the broader safety of society. It's a complex issue that requires thoughtful consideration and dialogue. As you explore your own perspectives on the Second Amendment, remember that understanding its roots in the natural right to self-defense can provide valuable insights. The right to bear arms is about more than just firearms. It's about preserving the inherent right to protect ourselves and those we care about. Next up is the Third Amendment.
No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law.
The significance of the Third Amendment in upholding American democracy and individual liberty cannot be understated. In times of peace, the Third Amendment protects citizens from being forced to quarter soldiers in their homes. This amendment stemmed from the British practice of colonists being required to provide shelter to soldiers during the American Revolution. By preventing the government from compelling citizens to accommodate soldiers without their consent, the Third Amendment safeguards the privacy and property rights of citizens. Although it is not as well known as other amendments in the Constitution, the Third Amendment is a vital component of the Bill of Rights. Its protection against government intrusion into citizens' homes is a crucial aspect of American democracy and individual liberty. The Third Amendment is a testament to the Founding Fathers' commitment to safeguarding the individual rights of Americans. It is one of several amendments in the Bill of Rights that limit the power of the federal government and protect citizens' liberties. This amendment, along with the First and Second Amendments, ensures that citizens have the freedom to express their beliefs and protect themselves without fear of government intervention. The Third Amendment is also a reminder of the sacrifices made by the colonists during the American Revolution, and it serves as a symbol of the country's commitment to protecting the privacy and property rights of its citizens. Despite not being invoked frequently, the Third Amendment remains a key aspect of the American political system and a vital safeguard against government overreach. Next up is the Fourth Amendment.
The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
The Fourth Amendment protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures. This means that the government cannot search your property without a warrant or probable cause. The Fourth Amendment is an essential part of the Bill of Rights, which was added to the United States Constitution in 1791. It was created to protect the privacy and property of American citizens from government intrusion. The amendment states that people have the right to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects, and that no warrants shall be issued without probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. This means that if law enforcement officers want to search your property, they must obtain a warrant from a judge first. The warrant must specify the place to be searched and the items or people to be seized. The warrant requirement is an important safeguard against unreasonable searches and seizures, as it ensures that law enforcement officers have a valid reason for searching your property. However, there are some exceptions to the warrant requirement. For example, if law enforcement officers have probable cause to believe that a crime is being committed, they may be able to search your property without a warrant. Additionally, if you give consent to a search, law enforcement officers may not need a warrant. Overall, the Fourth Amendment plays a critical role in protecting the rights of American citizens and ensuring that law enforcement officers do not overstep their boundaries. Next up is the Fifth Amendment.
No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. Nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation.
The Fifth Amendment guarantees due process of law and protection against self-incrimination. This means that you have the right to remain silent and cannot be forced to testify against yourself in a criminal trial. Additionally, the Due Process Clause guarantees that the government must follow fair and just procedures when depriving a person of their life, liberty, or property. This ensures that individuals are not subject to arbitrary or capricious actions by the government. The protection against self-incrimination is essential in maintaining a fair justice system. It is a fundamental right that protects individuals from being coerced or forced into admitting guilt. Overall, the Fifth Amendment plays a crucial role in protecting the rights of individuals and ensuring that the government operates within the bounds of the law. Another important aspect of the Fifth Amendment is the protection against double jeopardy. This clause prohibits a person from being tried twice for the same crime. This ensures that individuals are not subjected to repeated prosecutions or punishments for the same offense. The double jeopardy clause also protects individuals from being harassed or persecuted by the government. In addition, the Fifth Amendment guarantees the right to a grand jury indictment for serious crimes, which provides a safeguard against arbitrary or unjust charges. Overall, the Fifth Amendment is a cornerstone of the American justice system. It provides crucial protections for individuals and ensures that the government operates in a fair and just manner. The rights guaranteed by the Fifth Amendment are essential for maintaining a free and democratic society where everyone is equal before the law. Next up is the Sixth Amendment.
In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense.
The Sixth Amendment guarantees the right to a fair and speedy trial, as well as the right to an attorney. This ensures that everyone has access to legal representation and a fair trial. The right to a fair and speedy trial is crucial in maintaining justice and protecting the rights of individuals. It ensures that those accused of a crime are not held in custody for an extended period of time without a trial, and that the trial itself is conducted in a timely manner. Additionally, the right to an attorney ensures that those accused of a crime have access to legal representation regardless of their financial situation. This is especially important in ensuring that all individuals are treated equally under the law and that justice is served in a fair and impartial manner. Without these rights, the criminal justice system would be fundamentally flawed and individuals would be at risk of being unfairly punished or even wrongly convicted. Therefore, it is essential that these rights are protected and upheld for the good of society as a whole. It's important to note that the Sixth Amendment not only guarantees the right to a fair and speedy trial, but also the right to an impartial jury. This means that the jury must be made up of individuals who are unbiased and have no personal interest in the outcome of the trial. The purpose of an impartial jury is to ensure that the verdict is based solely on the evidence presented in court and not on personal biases or prejudices. This is another crucial aspect of maintaining a fair and just criminal justice system. Overall, the rights guaranteed in the Constitution are essential in protecting the rights of individuals and ensuring that justice is served in a fair and impartial manner. It is the responsibility of the criminal justice system to uphold and protect these rights, and to ensure that individuals who are accused of a crime are given a fair and just trial. Next up is the Seventh Amendment.
In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law.
The Seventh Amendment guarantees the right to a trial by jury in civil cases. This means that disputes between individuals or companies can be resolved by a group of their peers. This right to a trial by jury is an important aspect of the American legal system. It ensures that decisions are made by a diverse group of people with different backgrounds and experiences rather than by a single judge or legal expert. This helps to prevent bias and ensures that the outcome is fair and just. Additionally, the right to a trial by jury allows citizens to actively participate in the legal process and have a voice in the outcome of their case. This not only upholds individual rights, but also strengthens the democratic principles upon which the United States was founded. Furthermore, the right to a trial by jury is not only important for resolving disputes between individuals or companies, but also for holding government officials accountable. The jury system allows citizens to serve as a check on the power of the government, ensuring that officials are held accountable for their actions and decisions. This is especially crucial in a democratic society where the power ultimately rests with the people. The Seventh Amendment ensures that citizens have a say in the legal process and can hold those in power accountable for their actions. Overall, the right to a trial by jury is a fundamental aspect of the American legal system and plays a critical role in upholding justice and democracy. Next up is the Eighth Amendment.
Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted.
The Eighth Amendment prohibits excessive bail and cruel and unusual punishment. This ensures that individuals are not subjected to unreasonable punishment or bail. The Eighth Amendment to the United States Constitution is one of the 10 amendments that make up the Bill of Rights. It was adopted in 1791, and its purpose is to protect the rights of individuals who are accused of crimes. The amendment ensures that the government cannot impose excessive bail or fines, nor can it inflict cruel or unusual punishment on individuals who are convicted of crimes. The prohibition against excessive bail means that judges cannot set bail amounts that are unreasonably high, making it impossible for defendants to secure their release. Bail should be set at an amount that ensures that the defendant will appear in court for their trial, but it should not be so high that they are unable to pay it. This ensures that individuals are not punished before they are convicted of a crime. Similarly, the prohibition against cruel and unusual punishment ensures that individuals are not subjected to torture or other inhumane treatment while in custody. This protection extends to all individuals regardless of their status or the severity of the crime they are accused of committing. The Eighth Amendment is an important safeguard against government abuse and ensures that individuals are treated fairly and justly in the criminal justice system. Next up is the Ninth Amendment.
The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people.
The Ninth Amendment states that the Bill of Rights does not include all of the rights that citizens have. This means that there are other rights that are not specifically listed in the Constitution. The Ninth Amendment was included to prevent any future claims that the Bill of Rights was an exhaustive list of all the rights that citizens possess. The Constitution's framers wanted to make sure that individuals were not limited to only the rights that were explicitly stated. Instead, they wanted to ensure that citizens were free to enjoy all of the rights and freedoms that were not explicitly mentioned in the Constitution. This amendment has been used in a variety of cases over the years to ensure that individuals' rights are protected, even if those rights are not explicitly stated in the Constitution. Overall, the Ninth Amendment serves as an important reminder that individuals have a wide range of rights and freedoms that the government must respect and protect. The Ninth Amendment is often referred to as the Silent Amendment because it does not specifically identify any rights. Instead, it acts as a safeguard to ensure that citizens are not limited to only the rights that were written down. This amendment has been used to support a variety of causes, including privacy rights, reproductive rights, and the right to die. For example, the right to privacy has been protected by the Ninth Amendment in cases involving wiretapping, drug testing, and police searches. In essence, the Ninth Amendment protects the idea that individuals have a vast array of rights that are not specifically mentioned in the Constitution, and that these rights must be protected by the government. And the last amendment in the Bill of Rights is the 10th Amendment.
The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively, or to the people.
The 10th Amendment reserves powers not delegated to the federal government to the states or the people. This means that states have the right to make their own laws and regulations. This system of government is known as federalism, which allows for a balance of power between the federal government and individual states. The 10th Amendment was added to the United States Constitution in 1791 as part of the Bill of Rights, which outlines the fundamental rights and freedoms of American citizens. The amendment has been a source of debate and controversy throughout American history, with some advocating for a stronger federal government and others championing states' rights. Ultimately, the 10th Amendment serves as an important safeguard against federal overreach and ensures that the states retain significant autonomy in governing their own affairs. One of the most notable examples of the 10th Amendment in action is in the area of marijuana legalization. Despite the federal government's classification of marijuana as a Schedule I drug, many states have chosen to legalize it for medical and/or recreational use. This has created a tension between federal law and state law, with some arguing that the federal government should have the final say in drug policy. However, proponents of states' rights argue that the 10th Amendment gives states the power to make their own decisions on this issue and others like it. As such, the 10th Amendment continues to be a relevant and important part of American governance. That's the Bill of Rights in a nutshell. We hope this video has helped you better understand your rights as an American citizen. Remember, it's important to stay informed and use your voice to make a difference. As a citizen, it's important to exercise your rights and make sure they are being protected. Stay up to date on current events and legislation that may impact your rights, and don't be afraid to speak out if you feel they are being violated. Voting in elections is also a powerful way to have your voice heard and make a difference in shaping the future of your country. Remember, the Bill of Rights is a cornerstone of American democracy, and it's up to all of us to ensure that it is upheld. The Bill of Rights is a crucial document that outlines the fundamental rights and freedoms of American citizens. It was added to the Constitution in 1791, 10 years after the Constitution was ratified. The Bill of Rights includes the first 10 amendments to the Constitution and guarantees important rights, such as freedom of speech, religion, and the press. It also ensures the right to bear arms, the right to a fair trial, and protection from cruel and unusual punishment. These rights are essential to a functioning democracy and help to protect citizens from the abuse of power by the government. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Please feel free to share your opinions in the comments section below, and let's keep the discussion going. Engaging in productive conversations and exchanging different viewpoints is an essential part of personal growth and expanding one's knowledge. Creating a safe space where individuals can express their thoughts freely is crucial. By sharing your perspectives, you can contribute to the conversation while also gaining valuable insights into the topic. So keep the conversation going, and remember to like and subscribe to stay updated on more exciting discussions. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.